everybody, it's Kira and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a spoiler-free review of Wildcat by J.P. Harker. Now, full disclosure, I was sent this book for free from the author, but that in no way affects my opinion of this book. So this is the first book in a fantasy series and it was really good. I really enjoyed my time reading it. So it follows this woman named Riowin, I think is how you say it, and she is living with her tribe in this world. So it begins with her kind of getting married to this other man in her tribe, and then her tribe gets taken over by these people named the Gaians, who remind me a lot of Romans, of ancient Rome, and the Romans in like the way that they structured their military and stuff. And so then her husband ends up dying and she ends up marrying one of the generals from this Gaian tribe, this Gaian army. And so it just follows her life as she deals with those things happening. She is a warrior, and that was one of the things that I enjoyed, was she didn't just sit back and let things happen to her, she fought things. And she was a great warrior in her tribe, and then once she married into the new ruling empire, she kind of became not less of a fighter, but like she continued to use her fighting spirit in the ways that she knew how. It's just a very interesting book. One thing I will say is this is an adult fantasy and there were some like sex scenes that I definitely skipped over because I don't really want to read that. So it did get a little explicit in that content, and like her tribe in the very beginning, it's like very okay with being naked, and there's a lot of talk about that, which I personally didn't enjoy, but just so that you know, that is a thing that happens in here. Something that I would have liked in this book were maps. Whenever you have a high fantasy book, it's really hard sometimes to picture the world that this is happening in, and so I think maps would have made this like a little bit better in my opinion, just so that I could picture like where things were. This does change point of views, and it doesn't say which point of view that you change to, but each chapter has a different point of view. So that was kind of confusing at first, but once you get into it, you find your groove, and it's easy to, like, once you start reading the chapter, you can realize whose point of view this is taking place from. Something I thought was interesting about this book is how it deals with grief. The main character, Ruwen, like, she loses a lot of people that are close to her. And so I thought it dealt with grief in a very interesting way, and like it wasn't like my favorite portrayal of grief, but like it was very well done, and I really appreciated how it didn't shy away from the fact that like she loses a lot of people who are close to her. It was really interesting to see too how becoming a mother changed Ruwen and changed how she looked at the world. She does have a son with the general who she marries, and yeah, it was really, I think that was a cool shift to go from being a warrior to being a mother, and how that changed what she thought of the world and who she thought was important in the world and stuff. I really appreciated that, but it didn't mean that she like lost any of her fighting spirit, but her priorities started to shift a little bit, which I thought was really cool. So overall, I would really encourage you guys to go pick this book up. This is a self-published book, and there are 2 more books out. I believe there's 2 more books out. And I'm really interested to see what's going to happen in the next book. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to follow me on social media, all my links are in the description as always. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!